Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, Selection Sunday is here.
Oh, yeah.
The UNC Tar Heels made the field as a number 11 seed. Whoo! God heard a lot of prayers in the South region despite winning all of one game against quad one competition.
Right.
The tournament berth helped Hubert Davis avoid second tournament absence in 3 years. The number 1 seed in that division is the Auburn Tigers, although they didn't win the SEC. The SEC set a record, if I'm not mistaken, with 14 total teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
Ocho, Congress must have had a special session to get Carolina in.
Right.
It was either an act of Congress or something from God, because I can't explain how they were able to make the field.
Hey, do you think, is it a possibility? The reason that they are in is the fact that they have their athletic director being part of the selection committee, or that has nothing to do with it? I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, hey, he's only one vote. How the hell you overlook the inequities?
Right.
And you look at their more qualified teams. There are teams that beat Carolina that didn't make the tournament. And I understand what the Tar Heels are. They're one of the blue bloods. You look at Carolina, you look at Duke, you look at Kansas, UConn, Kentucky. You know, there are 5 or 6 schools that you can pencil in. Same thing in football.
Right.
You look at Alabama, or USC, and Ohio State, or Michigan. Things like that, and you get it. But I can't. And everybody knows I'm a Tar Heel fan.
Right.
I go way, way back. I go back before Michael Jordan got there, when they lost in '81 to Indiana with Isaiah Thomas. I know you don't remember, Ocho, but that was actually, they played that game on the day the assassination attempt on Reagan. John Hinckley tried to assassinate President Reagan, and they thought about postponing it, and they didn't. No, you were like, I'm trying to think. You're probably 4 years old, so I know you don't remember.
Hold on. What you mean? Unc, I was there. I know what you're talking about. I was there. I remember exactly what happened. Now listen, this is what I want people, you and also you, to understand, and the people in the chat to understand, when it comes to tournaments like this. Think about college football. When it comes to the selecting process, let's understand the economical and business side of things. The money side. Okay. Now you say there are other teams that are deserving of being in the tournament. Now, when it comes to bringing in the money and the revenue, are the other teams that you feel are qualified, other than North Carolina, will they be able to bring in the revenue the same way North Carolina will as well? Let's understand that aspect of things when it comes to picking what teams are going to play, what fans are going to show up.
No. I mean, Tar Heels are one of the blue bloods. You look at the pedigree, you look at the coaches that coach there, you look at the players that came out of there. But you know what? And I get that. I get that to a degree. But this is not a lifetime achievement. There will be a time that people get lifetime achievement awards. You see them have the Vanguard Awards, or you have their lifetime achievement award, the Oscar lifetime achievement. Okay, but this is not now. Right now, this is an update. This is what have you done for me lately. This is a resume. I'm looking at your resume for 2024, 2025, and it's not up to par. You didn't update it. And guess what? Your references are no good here.
Yeah.
Because the references that I want you to see is, did you beat Duke? Did you beat Kansas? Did you beat UConn? Did you beat some of the powerhouse teams that got there? You got one win. All of these teams that we call now they call them quad one. You got one team, you got one win. This episode of Nightcap is brought to you by Cologuard, a non-invasive colon cancer screening test. Currently, colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths in the U.S., and it's on the rise in people under the age of 50. But when caught at early stages, colon cancer is survivable in 90% of the people, so screening and early detections are key to reducing overall colon cancer deaths. And a great one-of-a-kind way to feel more in control of your colon cancer screening is through the Cologuard test, a prescription-based test with none of the prep that's required for a colonoscopy. The Cologuard test is the only FDA-approved, non-invasive option that looks for both altered DNA and blood in your stool, which can indicate the presence of abnormal cells. This test offers convenience and ease of use, and the kit is delivered right to your door. Once you complete the kit, it is returned to the lab and results are available within 2 weeks. Plus, it's affordable. Most insured patients Pay $0. And if you do need a colonoscopy as a follow-up, most insurance plans cover that as well. So if you're 45 or older and at average risk, ask your healthcare provider about screening for colon cancer with the Cologuard test. You can request a Cologuard prescription today at Cologuard.com/podcast. The Cologuard test is intended to screen adults 45 and older at average risk for colorectal cancer. Do not use the Cologuard test if you've had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease, or certain hereditary syndromes, or personal or family history of colorectal cancer. The Cologuard test is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Cologuard test performs in adults aged 45 to 49, it's estimated, and based on a large clinical study of patients 50 and older. False positives and false negatives can occur. Cologuard is available by prescription only. I can't justify that, and I'm a Tar Heel fan. And I've been a Tar Heel fan since 1981. But I can't wrap my arms around this. Listen, I can't say, because you're a blue blood and Coach Smith and Michael Jordan and James Worthy and Vince Carter and all these guys. That ain't got nothing to do with it right now. Michael Jordan is not playing right now. Vince Carter is not playing right now. James Worthy and Coach, rest his soul, Coach Smith is not coaching right now. That ain't got nothing to do with right now. Right now, I do not believe they have, forget deserving, I don't believe they've earned the right to be in the tournament. That's just me.
You're right. You listen, you're right. But when it comes to the tournament, you know, just like our brother down there in Dallas with the star on the helmet.
Yeah.
You know what the bottom line is.
Yeah.
We know what the bottom line is. Now, when you're a fan of the game, those who watch the game of college basketball or any sport at the collegiate level, the bottom line always remains the same. And it always will. And this shows you why that remains the most important things. Put North Carolina in there, they understand what it does for them from an advantageous standpoint when it comes to making as much revenue as possible as long as North Carolina is in that tournament.
Yeah.
Everything you said, their resume, they shouldn't be there. It hasn't been updated in a very long time, but because of who they are and what they've done historically, being rich in history, that's why they in. I don't agree. I agree with you. And you're a North Carolina fan. There are people in the chat that probably agree with you as well. I mean, who wouldn't? Even a blind man can see there's no reason they should be there. But that money talks, huh? It talks. It talks, and it's going to walk every single time.
Right. And, you know, that's the South region. You look at the East region, Duke, even though we're a flag, without him being in there, they still was able to pull it through. I think they're deserving of the seed that they got. They got number 8 Baylor in that division, Mississippi State in the second round, potentially facing number 4 Arizona, Oregon to decide the Elite 8. Alabama's at the bottom. If flag comes back, look, this is why people love March Madness, Ocho. Yeah. Because it's one game. And the farther you go into the game and you haven't separated yourself, yes, sir, the more confidence the underdog or the lower seed starts to get confident. And they're like, hold on, wait a minute. We're still in this game. Yeah. We got the lead. That pressure starts to mount on the favorite. And the underdog, the lower seed, starts to get more and more confident. That's why you get the upsets. That's why we love March Madness so much, because most of the time, like if these teams play, if Duke play a team, say somebody knocks off Duke, if you're asking somebody to beat a Duke 4 out of 7 times, it's probably not going to happen. Right. But for one night, we've seen NC State knock off that legendary Houston team. We've seen Duke knock off UNLV in 1990 when they were undefeated and just blew them out the previous year. We've seen things like that happen before. Who else? Villanova in 85 when they shocked Georgetown after they had just won the You get that, and we love that because you know what? We got a small team. Man, first of all, this team would never even schedule us, let alone a chance to beat them. Right. We got them. We got them on the rope. You get a 116, you get a 215, or you get whatever the matchup may be, and you get it, Ocho, and the fans go crazy. Yeah. That's why they call it March Madness, because it's maddening of what's transpired. Yeah. That's the East region, Ocho. In the Midwest, you got the Houston Cougars. And you got the bottom. You got Tennessee, finished second in the SEC. You got Kentucky also in there. You got the Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, considering that you got 4 teams from the SEC and you only got 4 regions, obviously so you're going to get a lot of overlap. So basically, you're going to probably get at least three teams from that conference in every region.
Right.
And in this situation, you got Tennessee, you got Kentucky, you got Texas, you got Georgia. So you got 4 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got four teams from the Southeastern Conference in the Midwest region, led by the Houston Cougars. And in the West, Florida headlined that division, and you got St. John's. Man, kudos go out to Rick Pitino.
Yeah.
Because all I know is when Rick goes somewhere, they're going to go to the tournament. I don't care what they were the previous year.
Every time. And listen, I know the SEC has been playing phenomenal basketball all season long. They played very well to date, but I have St. John's winning this, Unc.
The whole thing?
What?
Wow.
I got St. John's winning this thing. Listen, I'm not a gambler man, but if I was and I was to put money on a tournament, if I was to make a bracket, you know, I can tell you who's gonna be in the end of that bracket, hosting that trophy. It's gonna be St. John. It's gonna be St. John. Damn. Now, is there anybody in the chat want to make a friendly wager or a friendly bet under $100? We could do so. Rick Pitino don't play no games.
No, he can coach. I mean, he's Louisville. He went to Kentucky. I remember him at Providence.
Yeah.
NBA. He didn't have the success in the NBA that he had in college, but you look at the teams that he's led to college: Iona, Providence, Kentucky, St. John's, Louisville. I think it's been about 5 or 6 teams that he's taken to the tournament, and they go deep. Providence went to the Final Four when he had Billy Donovan. Obviously, he won it at Kentucky. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was '96 with Antoine Walker.
Right.
I think maybe was I don't know if Monster Mash was on that team, but I know Antoine Walker was on that team. And we see him. I think he won it at Louisville. When I was at CBS, I think that was the year. So that had to be like 2010, early teens, 2010, somewhere around there. But he can flat out coach Ocho. He can just flat out coach. He can get the best out of the players. And you look at St. John's, and I think they got a big booster. He's the founder of Body Armor. And he says, whatever you need.
I got you.
And that's kind of what you need to have. You need to have that backing to go out and get those top players. Because, hey, if I'm not getting playing time at one place, Ocho, guess what? I'm going to hop in that portal. What y'all got for your boy?
Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you later.
What you got for your boy Ocho?
And sometimes when I think about it too, Unc, you know, sometimes I think that could be humbling too for players.
Okay.
When you can't get on the court at a certain place, you know, that could be humbling, man. You think you're as good as you are here, but based on where you are, you can't get on the court, man. It's the NIL is saving a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's saving a lot of people. And
what it's done, Ocho, is that it has, where before, look, some guys, I mean, obviously, it's level the playing field. Some guys were getting money even before NIL.
Oh yeah.
But what it did, Ocho, is that I had to wait. I had to wait.
Yes. Sir.
Now guys are really good. Now, hey, bro, they're gonna get a couple $100,000. Now I don't know if they're making the money like football players.
No.
Because unless you go to Duke or Carolina or something like that, a program that the basketball program is probably one of the chief money makers. Now Georgia, obviously, you got Georgia and Florida and Alabama and things like that.
Yeah.
Kentucky is a basketball school. So, but when you look at a couple of $100,000, when your mom or grandma, you come from project housing or somewhat of a broken home, and it gives you an opportunity to get some money to get them out of that situation, bro.
Yeah, take you a long way.
I mean, for the most part, some kids I remember when my Coach Morrison, my brother's coach at South Carolina. He asked my brother. My brother was an All-American his junior year. Had over 1,100 yards, broke the school record, had an unbelievable season.
Right.
Finished, top 5, top 6 in the Heisman voting, and he tried to encourage my brother to go pro. He says, "I think going pro would really help your family situation." Right. My brother told him, "Say, hell, Coach, we've been poor. Another year won't hurt."
Yeah. Hey.
Another year, because my brother really enjoyed college. He's like, "Look, everybody's gonna be fine They can. Hey, we lived in that house. My grandmother had been in that house for 30 plus years. Another year wasn't gonna cost us anything.
Ain't gonna do no harm, huh?
Nope.
Yeah.
And he was right. He was right. And for us, that's the way we looked at it. And I think the thing is, for some people, money ain't the end all be all.
Right.
For some, you try to move as fast as you possibly can because you don't know what tomorrow holds.
Right.
And some of these kids, like, you know what? Hey, I need to get this money. I want to make sure my mom, my grandmother, my dad, whatever the case may be, is in a better situation. And some kids like, hey, but I think in today's game, Ocho.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, and you probably like to say before 2003 and 4. When guys stayed all 4 years.
Right.
And I think now it's hard to get behind it because, I'm watching, I'm like, guys, I really don't, other than Cooper Flagg, I couldn't name 5 college basketball players.
Right.
I couldn't, because they leave after their freshman year if they're really good. Jordan stayed 3 years. James Worthy stayed 3 years. Guys stayed. Right. Ralph Sampson stayed all 4 years. Tim Duncan stayed 4 years. And so you got an opportunity to know the player.
Right.
Or to look at Duke, Christian Laettner and Grant Hill and Bobby Hurley. All those guys normally stayed.
Right.
Georgetown, before Allen Iverson, nobody went one and done at Georgetown. He was the first.
Yeah.
Those guys stayed. Pat Ewing stayed. And so you got an opportunity to like really know the guy.
Hey, you think that's hurting the development of the players? Leaving for the NBA a little too early when they're really not ready, unless you are a bona fide superstar, unless you're a Kyrie Irving or a Zion Williamson. Like you think they're leaving a little too early, knowing that they're not ready for the next level, or you're not a difference maker that can actually change the dynamic of a franchise?
Can I ask you a question?
Talk to me.
You're a college, you go to college, and somebody says, you know what, let's just say you're a finance major.
Yes,
and
sir.
Here come Neuberger Berman or Morgan Stanley, or what's that there's this big, some big financial institution. Say, you know what, we got $250,000 for you at the job right now. You're going to say, nah, I don't think I'm ready. Somebody offer you that kind of money, whether you're ready, you're probably going to take it. Now, sometimes people are like, no, I'm not ready, I'm going to go back to school. But for more times than not, you're the first overall pick. You're going to be a lottery pick.
Okay.
You're going to go get that money because why are you going to school?
Right.
You're going to school. College is to help you get a degree so you can get or go make money. Well, somebody wants to speed that process up, Ocho. Who am I to fight you?
Say no, you're right. You're right.
Who am I to fight you? You just want to speed the process up of giving me $20 million.
Right.
No, I ain't fighting you. I'm sorry. I'm not. I just can't. I'm not gonna fight you. Plus, you see the mega contracts. Somebody about to get $400 million.
Wait. Did you hear what you just said? You see those what contracts? Mega
contracts. Yes.
Do you know how good you have to be able to get those contracts? Now
I can't get them in college. Even if I am great, let's just say for the sake of argument, I'm great. Can I get that in college?
No.
So I got to speed the process up getting to the NFL.
Okay, I'm with you. You're right.
I got to speed that up to get to the NBA because all I'm doing, the longer I stay in college, is the longer I delay that opportunity to get that kind of money.
See, but this is the thing. To get that kind of money, you already know the type of players that are going to get that money that are in college. Those are the ones that can be one.
You saw Pat Mahomes in college. Did you think he was going to be Pat Mahomes, what you see right now, when he was at Texas Tech? No, you didn't.
No.
Remember Joe Burrow? Joe Burrow couldn't even get on the field at Ohio State. Joe Burrow was a 3rd or 4th round pick his junior year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got
so you don't. It's hard to really tell. Sometimes you can see it, Ocho, and you say like Peyton Manning. You looked at Peyton Manning, you're like, boy, it's hard as hell. But there have been other guys that you thought that can't miss, and they miss like heck.
Well, I'm just staying within the context of basketball, right?
Yes.
Especially college basketball. Their players, listen, when you saw Zion Williamson, you knew what you was getting. When you saw Kyrie Irving at Duke, Unc, you knew what you was getting.
Yes.
You know, and I'm sure there's some other players that I can't name right now off the top of my head. When you saw them play and they were they were one and done, it was like, man, he finna be that boy.
Right.
He finna be that boy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
And the thing is, it's just so hard to because you've seen guys that were okay at the collegiate level, be it basketball or football, be just okay, and they come in and they kill it. I mean, then you see guys like, oh, this guy can't miss. Oh, he's gonna be bona fide. And you're like, bro, what happened?
Yeah, it's different.
And so the opportunity presents itself, Ocho. It's like when the opportunity presents itself because you're going to school to get a degree so you can make money.
Right.
Somebody wants to speed my process up, Ocho.
I'm not denying it.
Now I can drive, Ocho. You can drive from Miami to LA, but Delta want to speed your process up in which you get there. Who are you to fight them? Nah, I don't want to get there. I don't want to get there in 5 hours. I want to get there in 4 days.
Yes, sir.
No, I don't. I don't work like it. Don't work like that.
Yeah.
So that's just for me. That's just the way I look at it. Like I said, the collegiate game. I think. Look, the women, because they're forced to stay. You know them. You saw Caitlin Clark for 4 years. You see these women. You go see a Juju. You gonna see a Paige Beckers. You gonna see Hannah Hidalgo. You saw Maya Moore. You saw Diana Taurasi. You saw Candace Parker. You saw Shamika Holtzclaw. You these women where the guys went in the boom. Kevin Durant gone. Damn, Texas. Damn, I thought y'all had something. Boom, you thought it got gone. Boom. And so now it's the guys in college. If you're really good, if a guy's really good, he gone after one.
Oh yeah.
Juju Watkins could have went to the WNBA last year, but unfortunately she can't go.
Right.
Paige Beckers should have been. Paige Beckers was freshman of the year, was the player of the year our freshman year.
Right.
Cooper Flagg is about to be freshman of the year. Cooper Flagg ain't coming back. He ain't coming back to Duke. He not. No matter how much, I might come back. I'm having such a great time.
No.
Bull diggity.
That's it. He out of there,
He out of there. He'd be foolish not to. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you're the first overall pick this year, how much higher can you go?
Yeah. Man.
You can't go higher than the number one pick, Ocho. Damn.
Yeah.
So what am I coming back for?
Yeah. He's nice now. He nice. Hey, speaking of Flagg, what is the extent of his injury and how long do you think he'll be
out? He jumped up for a rebound and came down on somebody's ankle. And you know how that is.
Yeah.
That could be, I mean, he didn't play. I'm sure they're doing everything they can. They rested it. They icing it. They got compression on it. They keeping it elevated.
Right.
But who knows? He might be able to play. They might try, Ocho, they might try to squeeze by. I mean, they should be able to, hold on, let me see. They should be able to beat American or Mount St. Mary's. They probably should be able to get past Mississippi State or Baylor.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can go, maybe to the second week. Don't have to play them until they get, something like that.
Yeah.
Lead 8.
It's a funny thing about March Madness. As good as they are, ain't no telling what's gonna happen when they play some of these smaller schools.
You don't.
Ain't no telling what's gonna happen because it's just one game.
I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got no pressure on me, Ocho. I'm supposed to lose. You're supposed to win.
Right.
I'm supposed to lose. So I can throw caution to the wind. I can shoot as many threes as I want. I can play whatever kind of I can play, zone. I can play a 1-3-1. I can play a 2-1-2. I can do whatever.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm not supposed to beat you. You're supposed to beat me.
Me, yeah.
And the longer the game goes, and there's really no separation between the two teams, the more confidence the underdog get.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Like I said, but the cat's out the bag now. Once Kentucky started having these one and dones, you got Cat, you got AD, you got all these guys one and done. You got the Tyler Heroes, you got the Jamal Murray, you got the Books, you got all the Shea Gilgeous one and done, and then you get the Dukes one and done. If I'm not mistaken, I think Elton Brand might have been the first one and done in '99. I think he might have been the first one and done.
He went to the Sixers. He didn't go to the Sixers first, did he?
He went to the Clippers, if I'm not mistaken.
Clippers first. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have been the first one and done. So he kind of like started that process of the one and dones at Duke. And then obviously, you know, you have Kyrie and you have other guys that came after that.
Right.
But Leitner, think about Leitner stayed all the years. Bobby Hurley was there. Grant Hill was there. Damn. All those guys. And so no, once Elton, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was the first one and done, just like Iverson was the first one and done at
Georgetown.
At Georgetown, and it was it happens. I mean, but we'll see.
Oh yeah,
we'll see, Ocho. So you got the SEC set a tournament record conference with 14 teams in the field. Yeah. Number 1 Auburn, number 4 Texas A&M, number 6 University of Mississippi. The ones in Starksville. They're in the South. Number 2 Alabama. No, Ole Miss, the Rebels are in the South. Number 2 Alabama, number 8 Mississippi State. They're in the East. Number 1 Florida, number 6 Missouri, number 8 Oklahoma, number 10 Arkansas. They're in the West. Number 2 Tennessee, number 3 Kentucky, number 9 Georgia, number 11 Texas. They're all in the Midwest. After banner regular season, the onus is on the SEC to deliver on the well-deserved respect by sending multiple teams to the second weekend, potentially 2 or more, all the way to the Final Four. Yeah, it's gonna be real sad they don't get somebody all the way to the Final Four.
Yeah,
gonna be real. You got 14. Ocho, there's only 65. 60, well, I think they got the 2 play in 65. So you only got a handful. So basically you sit a quarter of the damn field.
Yeah.
It's gonna be it's gonna be sad, Ocho. It's kind of like Ocho, you got in football, let's just say for the sake of argument, you got like 4 or 5 teams from the SEC. You only got a 12-team field, and you don't get nobody to play for the national championship. Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
I don't have the date. I don't have the dates right in front of me. When does the tournament start exactly?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Are you going to any of the games if it's close to you?
No.
Go on,
I'm in 8 cities in 10 days. You think I want to get back on a plane and go see? No, bro. You like flying. You like traveling. I don't. I understand it's a part of my job.
Right.
But if I got some downtime, I'm taking it.
Okay, but I'm just saying if I have tickets, which I probably will have, if I have tickets to a good game, would you accompany me to a game? We sit courtside, little popcorn, hot dogs, and no?
Unfortunately, Ocho, I'm gonna have to tell you, no, I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
Damn, that's messed up.
That's Ocho. That's cold. Ocho, I just left, bro. I was just in your neck of the woods. You wasn't even there. You always talk about holler at your boy. I'm in your neck of the woods.
But listen, you came to Miami, not letting me know you were coming to Miami, because if you were coming to Miami, I would have canceled the trip with my kids to the DR, and I would have stayed here just so I could have came and supported you. You know, with the I could have been. No matter of fact, I could have been your mascot with the Le Portier bottle with the costume on.
Yeah.
You laughing for real.
I need you to get a lounge and sell my product in your lounge. That's what I need you to do.
You know what? Now that's a good idea. With the way things are going right now, I'm a cigar lounge. What do you think about a cigar lounge?
Yes.
85 place.
Yes.
And in order to come in the 85 space, not only do you have to get a cigar, you have to first buy a bottle of Le Portier.
No, I mean the thing, it pairs well with cigars. It pairs well with food. It'd be interesting to see what you some of your drinkers, what they think, what it pairs best with.
Right.
Something bold, you like a mild product, something mild. I mean, what do you like? You like something mild, you like something bold, you like something flavorful.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I like my cigars depend on if I've eaten or not. If I've eaten already, I like it heavy.
Okay.
Heavy or spicy. If I haven't eaten, I want something mild.
Okay.
No, nothing too strong. But for me, and the bad thing I like about it is your Le Portier, your how you say it, cognac?
Cognac.
God damn it. Your cognac is doing so well. It's to the point where I want to try it. I continue as long as it's been for me. It's been 47 years. I have yet to have alcohol and consume it on a normal basis. Now we had the live show in Vegas. It touched my tongue a little bit. It touched my tongue a little bit, but I still have yet to drink, and it's itching me. As long as it's been, I've still never had alcohol. I'm wanting to get into it. I want to get into wines. I keep learning about white wines. I'm learning about red wines. I'm learning about different cognacs and stuff like that. So I'm trying to hold off as long as I can and not be a drinker. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I think by the time I hit 50, I'm gonna start enjoying some liquor.
Yeah, it's we're doing really well, and that's thanks to everybody that's showing up. Like I said, Maryland, I want to take my hat off to you. Even Connecticut, they showed up, and I want to take my hat off to you, Connecticut. We're about to get distribution in Delaware. We're about to in the next 60 to 90 days. We're about to be in NYC.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to coming back there and having signings and meeting some of the people. Obviously we have the taste while you're there, so you can taste it before you buy it or after you buy it, and people, and like I said, Ocho, people really love it, and I'm glad that was the thought process that when we came up with this idea, and we're a small batch cognac, we get to control it. We don't add anything additive, no artificial colors or ingredients, but I can't think that.
I like that. You got to tell your team. Matter of fact, I'm finna be on the next all the next stops you got.
Yeah.
Tell Ash to get me a Laporte costume, and I'm gonna put it on. And you know the people be on the corner in LA with the company signs. We spinning
with the signs, spinning the sign.
Yeah. Hey. Hey, while you signing, I'm gonna be right there. I'm right there spinning the sign with the costume on. Yeah, we gonna get that thing jumping.
Yeah, it's but it's been great. But I mean, look, here's the thing, Ocho, and I tell people this with any business. For me, I understood that, doing all my research and what it takes to the spirits company, and being a celeb, because that's how they're gonna look at you. You're a celebrity, and you're getting into, especially the spirits or something like that. It's a process. You got to grind. You got to do a lot of work, because sometimes I think celebrities think they can just slap their name on something, and because of who they are, it doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that.
It really doesn't. And so I was very fortunate. And this is like a downtime for me right now, Ocho, before we start the tour. And I told him, I said, look, give me time. If y'all are gracious enough to take on distribution of this product,
right?
Once my season is over and I get past the Super Bowl, I will come to I will come to where you guys need me to come. They determine now. The distributors determine what stores I'm going to go in. Now there's a prerequisite. You have to get X amount of cases. But with that being said, they determine it. Total Wines has been one of our biggest. It's probably right now our biggest retailer. They've been great from the jump. We started out in Nevada, Ocho, with Lee's Liquor. Yeah. They were amazing. We went to Houston. Specs, Miss Lindy, thank you again for the hospitality. Everybody has been great. When I go into a GSM, which is a general sales meeting, and look at those distributors in the eye, and they see the passion in which I talk about this product, they see, I've done the research and the homework and went over there and to learn as much as I could. Not only did I read about it, I've gone to the region. I'm going back again to understand what a VSOP is. A very special old pale, something brewed between 4 and 6 years. And you go, an XO and an XXO, and then you start getting to the specialty names. And the process, it has to originate the first 2 years in that region, which is cognac. Right. And it has to go through a process. Man, but it's well worth it. Like, damn, I feel like I know something. And so when I show up and I talk to them, it's like, okay, yeah,
he's serious.
Yeah, he's serious. Somebody just gave no. So they want to see Total Wines has been unbelievable. Lee's Liquor, Specs, ABC. We're about to have distribution. We got it in Florida now.
Yeah.
I'll be back down. I think the next time they're probably going to have me to come to the Orlando area. So I'm extremely Excited. Bracket makers were not kind to Michigan. Michigan is the biggest losers in this year's field. Ocho, the Wolverines are number 5 seed in the South, despite beating Wisconsin for the Big Ten championship. Meanwhile, the Badgers are the 3 seed in the East. Michigan also plays in Denver, plays on Thursday in Denver, giving them a short turnaround time to recover from the ground of the Big Ten tournament. And the Wolverines will take on the number 12 UC San Diego, which ended the regular season at number 35 net ranking after going 30-4 and 4-2 against Quad 1 and Quad 2 competition. Damn. Say, hey, here's your reward for winning the Big Ten. Get your ass on the road on Thursday, and play a top tier opponent. Look, at some point in time, whether it's early or late, the further you go, the better the competition is going to get.
That's
just the way it works. Just it ain't gonna be no low. I mean, you might think someone's easy in the beginning, but eventually it's gonna, you're gonna get your comeuppance.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm ready. That's all I know.
You ready? St. John's earned the number 2 seed in the tournament. Rick Pitino's 2nd season as head coach. This is now his 6th team that Pitino has taken to the NCAA tournament. He coached Boston University, Providence, Kentucky, Louisville, Iona, and St. John's. He had led the 1996 Kentucky team and the 2013 Louisville team, which had to be vacated. Man, stop vacating. They won that title. All that bull jive. He largely found success after taking over programs that were struggling before his arrival. Because he can coach. He's good.
Yeah, very. No matter where he goes.
Yeah. Look at Coach Saban. Look at what he did, where he went. Look at with the LSU, they win the national. That level of success, when you go and the program elevates. National championships came to Florida. Back to back.
Yeah.
Coach Saban, back to back. They win in the SEC. They go into the playing for the national championship damn near every year. I mean, he won 6, but how many times? He lost to Clemson twice in the national championship game. He lost to Georgia in the championship game. That's 3 times he lost. He lost to Ohio State before he got there once. So,
hold on.
Huh?
Who you got? You still ain't mentioned. I said I got St. John winning the whole thing. Who you got winning? North Carolina's your team.
That's my team. They ain't winning. They not winning. And I can't pick Duke. I can't pick Duke.
Wait. What you mean you can't pick Duke?
I can't pick Duke. That's Burns' team. We are not allowed to pick each other's team.
Okay. So you
I don't care. Look here. If everybody said we forfeited, I'm still taking somebody other than Duke. Okay. I'm not taking Duke.
So if you had money in the tournament, you just basically you putting your money down the drain.
Whatever. I ain't taking Duke.
Okay.
That ain't happening. Because one year that Joker, we used to pick brackets. Right. And one year I had the Joker beat, and then he ended up taking Carolina, in which they won, and he beat me. So I came out with like, no, you cannot take my team. We cannot pick each other's team.
No more. Okay, I got you. I got you.
No, hell no. So that's how that goes. I'm not picking Duke. Like I said, I've been I'm trying to think. I've been a Carolina fan since '81 when they had Al Wood, Jimmy Black, James Worthy. People don't remember that. That goes way back. They lost to Bobby Knight. Isaiah Thomas was on that team. He was the most outstanding player.
Right.
They had Wedman. They had Rolando Turner, who ended up getting paralyzed shortly after he flipped his car, and he ended up getting paralyzed. So I've been a Carolina fan that long ago.
Right.
40 years. And he I don't know why this Joker loved. I think Grant Hill from Virginia. Grant Hill is from Virginia. And so that's his team. No.
I got you. All right.
That's not happening.